Morning, nice and decent people. Big up to everyone. Hopefully you can hear my TV in the background, but good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning from the great state of Washington, the city of Seattle, the town of DuPont. Big up from me to you. It's President's Day, y'all. It is a holiday in these United States called President's Day. Bank holiday, as you people in the UK would call it. It's an off day, but every day is a off day or a holiday when you live in the retired lifestyle. But big up to everybody in the chat. It's Monday morning. We focus on a new week of football. Right? Watch the All-Star weekend. I don't know how many of you men caught the All-Star game, the dunk contest, the three-point contest. A lot to be said about it. It's the leading story on ESPN, Fox, the American sports media. A lot of talking points because the players actually competed or show a little more effort than they did in past years when the games was like 179 to 150. Them kind of madness. But big up to everyone, man. This FA Cup weekend, fourth round almost ended. I think Macclesfield and Brentford still have to play today. And hopefully they draw Arsenal. Like yesterday, if you men were here and Boyton was on his fuckery again, talking about bring me City, he wants blood and all this shit. And I'm going on a crusade. I'm begging, asking, imploring, requesting that Arsenal fans all across the spaces, whatever spaces that you're in, the energy that we put out there is that we want, we want Macclesfield, we want Ipswich, we want Norwich, we want one of the easy draws at home. None of this bring us Man City, we want blood shit. No. We're going to see them, man, in a final. We're going to see them in a cup final or banana skin in match week 33. Don't want to see them, man, any more times. Give me the easy draws. You know what I mean? Easy draws is the thing, isn't it? Remember back when you were young and in the club, you wanted the easy draws. You get it? The easy draws? Yeah. But now all of a sudden, man wants the hell with that. Do not want to see Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, or none of the big teams in the next round. Give me the easiest possible draw. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Big up to Wahaha. Big up to man like Godfrey, the legendary Godfrey, Good, man. You the Mac Guna SC. You are the Mac, my G. I have to have a good show. Big up, man. Big up to Godfrey, man. Love every time, brother. Appreciate you. I put the link in some stand shots from Inglewood for the All-Star game. 1/3 full, disgusting. You know what? There will never be a fix to the All-Star game and how they set up and how the guys compete and how much effort they put out. They just won't. They just have to retool it every year and see if they can get these guys to play basketball. It's weird, isn't it, where you have to force or incentivize basketball players to play basketball or give a little bit of effort. But Adam Silver is doing what he's doing. What they did was the Team World, because the Team USA had two teams. I was figuring this shit out as I go as well. Team USA had Team Stripes and Team Stars against the World. But it wasn't really the World team because the World team was missing damn near everybody. The World team was missing Jokic, Doncic, Giannis, SGA. That is like the past 5, 6 MVPs of the league and NBA champions. So the world team was missing damn near everybody. You know what I mean? So I get what they were trying to do. Only Wemby from the world team actually would be starting for the world team if everybody was fit. And he actually played well and actually gave an effort. Big up to Joins. Was the All-Star game good, or people just want to relive the old days? It's not. The toothpaste is out the tube, Joints. It's out. The dunk contest needs to go. It's shit. We've already seen every imaginable dunk we could possibly see. If you remember, it was damn near 20 years ago. Blake Griffin was goddamn. Blake Griffin came in the league in 2009. So it wasn't 20, maybe 10, 15 years ago. We're seeing Blake Griffin jumping over cars and using all the props and the gimmicks because there's just no more dunks. Maybe the only thing they could probably use to try to save the dunk contest is to let the stars do it, let the stars participate. And once LeBron, as the star in the face of the league, decided he wasn't going to do it, all the other stars just followed suit and said, "The hell with that." But they played 4 games, 12 minutes each, so it's kind of like each game was a quarter for the final. So this team played that team, the winner plays this, then they moved on like a knockout. It was better than it was last year, but the last game was turned into a blowout. Kawhi Leonard had a wicked game in the third quarter. He had like 31 out of the 48 points that they scored, and they advanced. But in the end, it just wasn't good enough to beat the young boys. You know what I mean? Big up to Boston Gunner. What you telling me? Hope you're good, man. Big up to Tone. Big up to the Mod God. I hope we're actually subbing and following Wahaha. The community has to communicate. I know Wahaha gets on our skin sometimes when he gets in his troll mode, but it's all right. We can take it. We're big people over here, so. You know what I mean? As much as we shit on United. Matter of fact, speaking of United, are United going to Dubai, Wahaha? Are they going to Dubai for warm weather training? Because that's typically what Arsenal did whenever we got knocked out the FA Cup and come back from Dubai and start playing blistering football and everybody loves us. People forget that the reason why we were in Dubai is because we got knocked out the damn tournament. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe United can go to Dubai, get some warm weather training when everyone else is playing, then come back and start blitzing teams. Let me see if I can have a glimpse at the United fixtures real quick. Who United got for the run-in? Got a couple of got Everton away, Newcastle away, Bournemouth away, Chelsea away, Sunderland away, Brighton away. But for home games, you got Palace, Villa, Leeds, Brentford, Liverpool. I think United are going to make top 4, Just to be fair. Big up to AJ, man. Big up to Mateo, the real bad man. The arena was dead and empty. That's what I'm saying. The guy filming wrote he paid $450 for some shitty upper row seat. You know what? If you look at if you watch the Super Bowl from home, it looked like a bad boy performance with the TV noise and the angles and all that stuff. But in this generation where everyone in the stadium has a phone and had to record for their TikTok, they actually have clips of what the stadium atmosphere was really like. And it wasn't what we saw on TV. The crowd noise, the angles make it look like it was full and everyone was enjoying the festivities. But, Kawhi Leonard playing as a Clipper in the crypto arena or wherever the Clippers play, the crowd was up for him every time he made a shot. And in the third quarter, he was cooking. But I tell you what, the guy filming wrote he paid $450 for some shitty. Right out. $450 for an All-Star game. He got off easy. You know what I'm saying? He can't. This couldn't even get you in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like you add another zero for this, and the Super Bowl will get you a ticket in the nosebleed section. So he got off. When I was in New York, the ticket that I paid to take my dad to the Knicks game, $700 times 2 for a real-time basketball game where the stars played and competed. Jalen Brunson played. Cat played. Joel Embiid played. Paul George played while he's on performance-enhancing drugs and got suspended. All those wins should get forfeited, If you're Paul George and you got caught for performance-enhancing drugs, all those games that you played in, if you won those games, they should be forfeited. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to write to the NBA. He is cold. He is cold, and he is one of the faces of the league. As the older guard shifts, right? LeBron should retire. Just go away, man. I just wish he was just like he's holding on. Just go away. So as the old guard fades away, LeBron and Steph, the faces of the new guard looks like Wemby, Luka, Ant-Man, SGA. That's what it looks like. Ja Morant was supposed to be in that mix, but that boy got a screw loose. Simple question for the Arsenal man in the chat. You guys worried about Wolves? Because I am. This is AJ, and I appreciate that segue, my friend, because yes, all my chest is gone, bro. You know what I mean? This was I'm gonna go back and watch my stream that I played and just get some clips that I can reuse from the 19 Cup Finals. Let's go on a run of games, guys. Arsenal, let's go on a run of games, 5 to 6 wins. The assembled was all over my comment with that. He was like, "No, have you seen our schedule? We're not." And I looked at the schedule. I'm like, "Nah, I expect us to get by these teams." And I was wrong, and the assembled was right. Because at the halfway mark, they were 6 points away from us. Fast forward 7 games later, they're closer. Man City are 4 points away from us now, and we still have to play them. So I'm saying, when I changed my tune from 19 Cup Finals to 12 potential banana skins, the implication is I think Wolves away could possibly be a banana skin. So yes, AJ, to answer your question, yes, I am worried about Wolves, which is crazy to say. First versus worst, and I'm worried. Wolves should be worried how many we're going to put past them. Is this going to be the biggest defeat or the most embarrassing defeat of the season? If you're a Wolverhampton Wanderers fan. And I can't explain it. But I don't think we go there and blow them away. It's crazy, right? It's unexplainable. It's one of those things you can't explain. It's kind of like trying to explain, why the hell does Wolves have an away kit? Why? That man kit can be home, away, third kit all in one. They will never have a color clash with anybody. So I'm sitting here saying that the 12 finals, the 12 games that we have left are 12 potential banana skins, and it should be 12 cup finals, and we're approaching those games like cup finals. But unfortunately, between match week 19 and now, the teams that we've played against, they've looked like they're approaching the games like a cup final more than we have. I can't explain it. If someone can explain why Wolves have an away kit, maybe they can explain how the hell am I nervous about going to Wolves. It's bad. Big up to Catch. Big up to the Catch Up. Top Guna extraordinaire. That brother Catch himself. You know, Arteta's lawyer when we win, Arteta's prosecutor when we lose. That's what our brother Catch is. You know, whenever we win a game of football and I go on the Catch Up, I have to lead with Arteta is the GOAT. You know what I mean? If we win a game and I go on there and I don't say Arteta is the GOAT, catches on to me, you know. But whenever we lose, you know, he criticized Arteta more than I do. And I'm like, damn, what? I tell you what, people, if you go watch the Catch's reaction, I don't know if someone had made a meme out of this. If you go watch Catch's reaction when we played Aston Villa, because he decided to do a damn watch-along that weekend. I don't know why he decided to do it. He don't typically does watch-alongs. But the Villa Park away performance, and go look at his reaction when we conceded in the dying minutes of the game. You know, you see, I told this to Tony while he was on. Goddamn, speaking of Tony Claude, look who pops up in the chat. I told this to Tony Claude, said, I like to see your real-time match reaction whenever we concede, because that's the real you. And you just as angry as I am. So when I come on the platform angry, don't call me the angry black guy when you just as angry as I am when we losing games. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that shit, man. Big up to Catch still. Whenever I take a unnecessary dig at Catch, you know, it's all love, people. You know, it's never a foul games. But big up to everyone in the chat, man. Big up to Catch. Big up to Tony Claude. And most of all, big up to E motherfucking Ross. Every single time. You know what time it is, people. Pick him up.
Maybach music.
Rose a born stunner. I can blow money. Sipping when I'm shopping. That ain't no money. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated.
Maybach music.
Big up to E-Ross himself, the Don, the chat room bully, the only man to win the Lifetime Achievement Award twice just for being him. Big him up, man. When he goes to the museum, he can actually touch. He can touch the artifacts. You know, everybody else can't touch it. Do not touch, do not touch. E-Ross is taking the Emirates store. He get to touch every damn thing. Matter of fact, please touch this. Touch this trophy. Big him up, man. Man, like Ross, you know. I know the man's still freezing over there on the East Coast. Ain't got no parts of it. Nice and not warm out here, but it ain't 20 below. And it's calm. You know what I mean? Where we at? Big up to the doctor, man. Big up to the doctor. I said, at least United already played us and beat us, so we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, we took 3 points from them. They took 3 points from us. It's just reverted. You know what I mean? It's normally we beat them at the Emirates, put our customary 3 goals past them, 2-3. You know, draw at Old Trafford or win there, but you know, they need to stay right where they are, man. As we got something for them next week or at the weekend. Pick them up. Joy said, for me, the All-Star game should just be to promote the next gen. There should be more skill challenges like those on the. Yeah, I'm with that. And at this point, I think they're willing to try everything because the guys just don't want to play. Big up to the doctor. But the Super Bowl is actually a proper game. It is. But the thing is, the NBA knows the value of its stars. The stars. Like these guys, everyone know the NBA player faces. Most of the football players, the NFL players, them men play their bang bang action play in helmets. A lot of people don't know what these men look like. Football players walk around in spaces all the time. No one knows who the hell they are. NBA players, people know their faces, and they're like 7 feet fucking tall. So they stand out. The NBA knows the powers of their stars, so they charge people to see them. Now, you're not just paying for the All-Star game and the bullshit exhibition. You're paying to see these guys. It's kind of like club owners, like entertainment in LA. If you go to if you go to KOD in Miami, that club that Seymour Butts always visits, he's like a frequent member there at KOD, King of Diamonds, yeah? He goes there. If E-Ross is in there, they charge more. You know what I'm saying? Because E-Ross will charge them an appearance fee because people wants to see E-Ross versus if no one is there. So they charge that because they know people want to see the stars. It's the Master Devoking Light, guys. Yeah, Dame won the 3-pointer. Joel Bitten, yeah, he bossed us too, man. They beat the shit out of us. 28 in the building. We're up to 41 in the building now, people. Big up, man. Don't do me dirty on the likes. I'm about 20 away from 2K. Yeah. And quick admin plug, people. When we get to 2K, will be the second giveaway that we do on the channel to give back to the community. You know what I mean? Remember that Dave Chappelle episode? You know, I give back to my community. Yeah, that'll be me as soon as we hit 2K. I might make it a member stream so I can make sure that whoever I give the cash to is a member. I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. You know what I mean? He's off to the Warriors in the offseason. I mean, that would benefit him. I'm not sure Steph would want that. I don't think Steph would want that at all. Like LeBron wants to play with Steph more than Steph wants to play with LeBron. Steph has established his legacy. I'm the guy who took 4 championships from this guy, who everyone says is the GOAT. Right? No one can claim they won any championships when Michael came into his prime. When Michael was in his prime, nobody was eating. On LeBron watch, Steph belly got full. Steph is out here eating steak, lobster, shrimp, Wagyu beef, filet mignon and shit. Everybody was eating. Steph ate. Kawhi ate. Giannis ate. Dirk ate. Everybody. LeBron was spreading the wealth around. You know what I mean? Big up to catch up, man. Big him up. Top Guna extraordinaire. That's it. Tell me you got 50 over T.I. Damn. J Lux. Shit, man. If this is a game of football, this might go into overtime. Right? This is what I'm saying. Like, this game, either one can win it. This is a 2-1. This is a 1-0. This isn't a Arsenal versus Wigan. You know what I mean? That's the thing with 50. I think 50 had one good album and great performances to back it up. You know, Get Rich or Die Trying was a classic, but the rest of 50 albums I didn't really fuck with. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of melody, but lyrical ability. I judge a rapper on lyrical ability. 50's rhymes have been. Lloyd Banks was the best rapper out of G Unit. It wasn't 50. So I think this one goes into overtime. It's not a straightforward. And speaking of which, damn, hey, big up for this, Lux. This Thursday, 10:30 p.m., the Cold Corner, we will be recording. I'm not sure if we're doing it live yet or Kevin's going to record it and push it out, but we will be recording episode 3 of the Cold Corner Thursday, and on Friday there is another episode. So yes, big up for that, Lux. Manners and respect. Big up to Figs. So if we lose or draw to Wolves, sack Arteta on the spot. Hey, if we lose this game, I'm throwing in the towel. If we lose this game, title done. How can you say it from top of the table? Because it is. You can't ignore math. You know what I mean? Does City look like they've clicked in gear? They look like they're ready. You know what I mean? They're not taking any chance. You see the lineup that man put out against Salzburg. The lineup that Man City put out against Salzburg could damn near beat the lineup we put out against Wigan. And we rotated. They took out Holland, but that's about it. Everybody else was a full-blown starter. City are not fucking around, bro. They know the task at hand. You know, it's not the fact that Bernardo Silva came out and said what he said after the Liverpool game. It's the fact that he said it. He said, if we lost this game, we knew the title was over. So this idea that, oh, we're just worried about ourselves than we are doing, nah, they're not doing that. They watch the damn table and they know what's going on. So they see our performance away at Forest and they were like, wait a minute, fellas, doesn't this feel like 23-24 all over again or 22-23? We see chinks in the armor. Let's apply a little more pressure. Now, if we dare go put more pressure on ourselves by not leaving with 3 points, Figs, I don't know what the Arteta Defense League will say then. In something far, far, far more important than football, Claire, if you're watching this, we all have you in our thoughts and prayers. AJ, my guy, big you up, man. And we all second that. And you know, the less I say on air, the better when it comes to our beloved Claire Bear. But big up, AJ. For Odegaard Defense Force is here. He's here. You know, it's just, I didn't even think people in the chat knew who the hell I was or what my takes were. When I go on the catch up and the show ain't even start yet. My name is in the thumbnail or in the title. Man is in the chat. BBK better not be on this fuckery today. We won the game. I'm like, damn, brother. I come here with all this praise. Now I want to shut out Arteta just because you're here defending him. But this is, I'm gonna forward this question to Cav because he has the rundown of the topics that we're gonna discuss. But this might be one that we have to dive into. Lux, Odegaard being linked with a move to Man United. You know what? Another great segue. The chat is on smoke today. You know, with this Odegaard thing, right? It's starting to grow legs. Why is this starting to grow legs? They say there is no smoke without fire. I tell you what, not even leading up to the run-in for the final on March 22nd, right? Because he's going to be in and out the lineup. Or he should be. But once we get to the final, the EFL Cup final, If he doesn't start or he is not in the squad, then we will know for sure that his days are numbered at the club. You know what I mean? Want to win the quad? Win. Win every single game. Yeah. I'm sure in his head he wants to, but the tactics that he puts on the pitch says otherwise. Yes, Doc. We all know. We're all pulling for Claire. Love for that. AHU, my guy, Arteta Hate University. They were awake. It's actually nicer than 75% of the league. The colors are amazing. It's better than what Adidas making their big ass logo. Puncture the likes. Tony Claude, you know. Big up to Tony Claude, man. My guy, Ross, legend. More flip flops. Payback music. Love, man. Love, man. Big up to Abdul Rahim. Manners and respect. And that's why he's the mod guy, J Lux. He is the mod guy. And while he's posting those links, people, make sure that we're doing, you know, the honor everything and sub into Lux and sub into Tony, Wahaha, and all the man them. You know what I mean? Had to take it back to the rose for Rouse. Mr. Cousteau is in the house. My brother Cooper's in the house. Big Bro Views is in the house. Manners and respect, Majena. Round of applause for you. You know, Odegaard in this Gummy G. My guy. Big up to the broski, man. Ross or depths. E. Ross, realer than the rapper. Oh, wait, that Ross. Move. Wait. Yo, Lux. Mad for that one. Big up, man. Big up, man. Oh, yeah, brother. Listen, get here, March. Need this spring, man. I'm tired of this shit. Yeah. Big up to Ryan. More love, more daps going around. Martin, what you telling me? Are you nervous about Wolves? AJ asked the question later, and I'm fully saying, yep, it's a banana skin. It's pressure time. Squeaky bum time. How many times? Just how many times have we got to the pressure point of the season and these bunch let us down? Yeah, Doc, I know you down there be over at KOD, man. KOD with the additional ATM fee to withdraw your own money is like $12. So you go over there and you take 500. It's 512. They charge you to take out your own money. So you can go throw it on some tatas, some tiggle bitties. I know you know about them tiggle bitties down there in the 305. Ooh, where we at? Where we at? Let me just catch it up, people. Big up, man. Just skipping through some of the dappins. Now, Steph already said it years back about LeBron coming to the Warriors. Now we're good. Yeah, I mean, but the Warriors then were good. The Warriors then were in a different space, you know? You know, the Warriors now is the middle-aged woman that might have to settle. She thinks she's going to get this high-value guy that's the CEO of fucking O2 and Barclays. Nah, right. Mama, you got to take the guy, the manager for the third shift at Nando's. That's the best you can get. You're 48. You know, you're big. You know, you're past your prime. Everybody at Golden State is past their prime right now, if I'm being honest. Steph is damn near 40-something. Draymond is toxic. Draymond will never play for another NBA franchise. Nobody wants that shit. Only Steve Kerr is crazy enough to put up with it. And I say put up with it because if he could have his way, he would straighten Draymond out. So everybody, they're past their prime. You know what I mean? I said Steph ate golden steak. Yeah, but Steph, the Odegaard is shifting away from LeBron, Steph, and all those guys, and it's Wemby and it's Luka, and it's the new order. You know, he was 20 years ago, 23 years ago. Get Rich or Die Trying was a classic. I believe that. I do believe that. But his albums late is the Massacre was shit. I'm not gonna lie. His Massacre was shit. Now, the Get Rich or Die Trying was great because the production, Eminem produced that album, executive produced it. It was bang. But the rhymes were still basic, but the songs were good. Yeah. What about the G Unit mixtape run? Now Beg for Mercy was a good album. Not even a mixtape. The Beg for Mercy album, the G Unit album, was a good album. Out of all those mixtapes, the Cold Corner and the Rookie of the Year, all headlined by Lloyd Banks, was the better ones. 50's lyrical ability is not nowhere near any of the big dogs in rap. Even Game has better lyrical flow than 50, in my opinion. T.I. has more hits. Facts, Wahaha. After Get Rich or Die Trying, I didn't fuck with them. Yeah. Master Ace, man like the Waffle Don. Big up, my G. King of the South. Man say I need to go out more. I like this. They say I'm always streaming. It's cool, man. It's cool. I go out a lot. I leave the going out to the younger folks. You know what I mean? I did quite a going out. You know what I mean? And when I do go out, going out to me is vacation, resort somewhere. That's how I get my joy in it. But there's no space in the club for me. Married with children and I'm old. I big you up, man. So I need to go out more. Blessings to Jagans. Man, that's not respect me, G. Sack him in front of the fans, right there on the spot. My guy, TJ, what you saying? Hey, you've been warned. Oh, my God warned you. Pick up the prom. You can do it. TJ, what you telling me? TJ, man, I need my invite back to the American Idiots, man. She telling me. And I thoroughly enjoyed sharing a screen with you and Dow. Did I not perform well? I ain't getting no more invite. What's going on, my bro? 0-0 draw is the best we can hope for. Can only see Arsenal win, to be honest. Ryan saying that. I mean, you got the blueprint from Daichi, but now Daichi sacked. Matter of fact, they got your old manager, yeah? They have your old manager, your old Wolves manager. Banana Skin. We needed 3 own goals. Well, we needed 2 own goals to beat you at our gap. Now, I know football is not that linear, not that simple, but I'm not filled with confidence. I should be, but I'm not, which is crazy. T.I. is disrespected. I think he gets the respect. The King of the South thing, no one really had challenged him for it. He took it. I mean, Luda had a little back and forth back in 03, 04. Other than that, not much. Wolves would beat Arsenal, bro. Meltdown settings. Full-blown meltdown. At night, I can't seem to get no sleep. I'm addicted to Indo and Hennessy. Anyone remember that tune? Get no sleep. Addicted to Indo and Hennessy. This sounds like West Coast. I'm trying footy bands. Give me a hint. But this sounds very West Coasty. I want to say somewhere along the lines of West Coast Connection, Corrupt, or Mac 10 or one of them boys. But typically in the East Coast, rappers don't really refer to weed as Indo. That sounds very West Coasty. But give me another hint. I know I might be way off there. But big up. But respect to 50 becoming an elite hater. Floyd, if you can read a page out of the Harry Potter book. I know they're 750. I tell you what, 50 is a Hall of Fame level troll. He is. Hall of Fame level. When he's trolling Floyd and Ja Rule and Diddy, elite level stuff. You know? That's a 50 his GOAT. Get Rich or Die Trying. I give 50 his credit for making a classic album. Absolute classic album. Big up to the bro that Suge, man. Say big up to Taron in the chat. Hit the likes and subscribe. Suge is the big bro. E-Ross is the boss. You know, big him up, man. Appreciate you, Suge. Arteta is done with Odegaard, bro. I'm telling you, he's out, finished. That carry it game, he can never live down. The Carrier game, did he play in that game? Oh, did he play in that game? Because that's the game that Kai came on and fucking had the assist, right? For Gyökeres. Did Odegaard come on and shit the bed? I don't even remember, man. My judgment is cloud. Maybe I am streaming too much. Like Amako just said, I need to go out more. You know, when I'm not here, and I'm not at this desk, I'm out. It's over for Odegaard. Uncomfortable conversations, boy 10. You know. But this Odegaard thing is starting to grow legs. Another story that's starting to grow legs is this Tonali thing. These Tonali links, I can't avoid them now. You know, obviously, I don't even know if some of these articles come from credible sources. I'm not on X, not on TikTok, never have, never will be. So you guys will probably see more news than I see. But Odegaard links, Tonali links, they're getting, and I mean, you can surmise that one may be linked to the other. You know, you're losing one midfielder and you're linked to another one. And both of them look like long shots, but where there is smoke, there is fire. Strip him of the captain. Next move, that will make news. Don't be surprised if Odegaard ends up at Brentford or Spurs. As an Arsenal captain ended up at Spurs, you know, would be mad. Arteta's so done with Odegaard that if he was online like that, you'd be saying Odegaard got a mental injury too. I tell you what, Odegaard should be thanking Arteta. He should be, because under no other manager would he ever be able to say, I was the captain of Arsenal Football Club at 23 years old or something like that. Or just his playing time. No other manager would give him that much playing time, especially over Eze and Ethan. Thank you for your service, Odegaard. Head on to Man U. Head on over there. Maybe Carrick can get a tune out of him. Just maybe. You know what I mean? MVGA. Come on. Big up to Pro, man. Hope you're good. Yeah, I'm sure that would just... Now, can you imagine that? I know Wahaha's face would turn purple. It would go from pink to red to purple. You start seeing links of Odegaard to United. Oh, Lord, he'll never come back into this space. Dio rubbish. If Arteta done with him, you claim get the armband on Rice or Gabry. It's Declan. Has to be Deckers. Do I watch boxing? When it used to be good, you know, when these little featherweight and welterweight men started to dominate the sport, I was like, nah, I kind of went away from boxing and cricket lately. You know, for me, it's football, basketball, NFL. It's over for the Wonder Kid, a failed Wonder Kid, you know. No manager changes captain in the middle of the flight. Yeah, well, don't follow boxing, but I definitely know who Chris Eubank is. Hey, TJ, you know, the chat's been blessed and goated when we get TJ in. The only excuse is if the captain is insubordinate, but Odegaard is, what's that word? Damn. I guess that means he's quiet. Would you never say or do anything wrong? He is just bad on the pitch. If he's done with Odegaard, Arteta should show it because it wouldn't do him any harm. Yeah. Then it would show his golden fist that he rules with, right? His ruthlessness. You know, the ruthlessness, the same ruthlessness that he used to hook Eze at every half time. Hook, you're not playing well. Hook. We're seeing him hook Nuno Tavares in the first half of a game. You know what I mean? Not even at halftime. We've seen him be ruthless with Ramsdale. We know he can be ruthless when he wants to, but we've never seen him be ruthless with someone who he openly favors. You know what I mean? Holden State. Fuck it, he Ross, man. Elite, you know. Yeah, Golden State, man. They're old now. They are done out here. Arsenal FC with their media links would never let that happen, even if Arteta is done with the player. Yeah, I mean, I hear that. Because even if we remember, Arsenal can be very tight-lipped and very protective of their players, because remember there was a certain guy that played for our football club that had a contract until 30 June 2025, and as soon as his contract expired, his protection expired with it, and on July 1st, the day after his contract expired, he was arrested on grave charges. Remember them one? Yeah. So I hear what you're saying there, boy, 10. Now you must note something about Arsenal. When we are done with a player, we can't just bend them to our reserves like other teams. That's never happened, barring some exceptional circumstances. But we can argue that this is an exceptional circumstance, can we not? This is a captain. Our captain has not only been out of form, but he has proven to be that leadership isn't his thing. Is not a great leader. Neither is Saka. I don't think Saka is a great leader. The captain has to be a leader. It's not just a football thing. Football business, your household, your damn household will be unorganized and upside down if there's no leadership in it. You know what I mean? So this just doesn't come off as a good, a strong leader. Yeah, we can put the name to it, boy. Tim. We're talking about Ozil. I got you. He needs to go to the gym, learn how to put in a tackle, shoot more, improve his long-range passing, listen to the locks, get a Jamaican side piece, eat white rice for breakfast, and he'll be all right. Nah, he needs to shoot more because we know that he can shoot, but at this point, you expect that being captain for 2-3 years now, captain for club and country. Bro need to. I just think he needs a new scenery, a new challenge, new this, new that. It's change of pace. You see how Lukaku leaves this league, go to Serie A and light to that. Maybe he just needs a different league. See, McTominay leaves the Premier League and he's pulling up trees at Napoli. Get rich is definitely a classic. The whole world on pause. Yeah, man. 2003, that just took the world by storm. I think that's the last rap album to sold diamond or 10 million records. But it was definitely a classic. Not gonna lie. Odegaard is finished. His 16-year-old self not get bullied so much on the pitch as he gets bullied today. I still have flashes of the picture of when what's his name lobbed us, Mateta at Palace, where he just brushed Odegaard off to the side and lobbed Raya from way the hell out there. That was almost as embarrassing as what Traore did to Cucurella. Because Mateta did that with the ball at his feet. Adama just grabbed Cucci and just threw him. You got up to Jacques, man. Said maybe a black a mile or two. A little 40 said, to BK for the summer. Get some. Yeah, send him to Brooklyn, man. Send him to Bucktown. We can toughen him up a little bit. Because he definitely needs that. And the Essence Festival and that. Odegaard needs to fuck off or waste the number 8 shirt. Yeah. We need an upgrade on our captain. And imagine you saying that in the middle of a title race. We need to upgrade our captain. I'm gonna spin that top Gunner spin. Top Gunner spin. That's how good of a manager Arteta is that he's about to win the league with a underperforming Odegaard. You hear it there first. You're gonna hear that in the spaces. Friday, I'm there, TJ. Did man, big you up. Big up, my G. Big up, man. And the club probably wants 60 million minimum for Odegaard. He might still be here next season and still captain, no less. I tell you what, if he doesn't start up playing the Carabao Cup final, or we win the league without him actually being the captain and doing captain things, he can't be captain next year. Not while Declan is here. Because Odegaard's been out of the team for an extended period of time, and we went on to win games and win games, win games. Had that been Declan missing those amount of games that Odegaard had missed, we're not 4 points clear. We're nowhere near the league title. We'll be in the top 4 fight. And that's 100. You know what I mean? Injuries. Now, speaking of injuries, what are we going to do about them? What are we going to do about these injuries, people? Benjamin White, Calafiori, Max Dowman, Odegaard's mental injury, and Kai. Now, this club may seriously have to consider recalling Ethan. I'm for it. He should have never left, in my opinion. They have a serious decision to make. They might have to recall Ethan Nwaneri. This happens in football. It's not nothing new or crazy. Just last year or a year, I think it was last year, Trevor Chalobah was at Palace. And Chelsea realized all their center backs are shit and said, nope, come on back. They went on to win trophies. Leon Bailey just got recalled from Roma, didn't he? Right, that man recalled Leon Bailey and sent Marlon there. Marlon actually played well yesterday. I think he scored a pen. He scored both goals, actually. So recalls are a thing. We might have to seriously consider it. Or do we want to see Saka in the 10? That's making its round in the spaces now. Arteta's comments after the game with Saka in the 10. I didn't think he was great there, but I don't think he was a problem. I think he was okay there. But 45 minutes in the 10 against Wigan, tiny sample size. Try it against Wolves. Why not? We're going to have 73% possession of the ball, just like we did against Wigan. So why not try something? Or is she going to wait until try it the following week against Tottenham? You see, even with Mourinho's leg break, there was never a chatter in the media that Odegaard is up for sale. The player is done here. No, man. Okay. Well, the gunman, I got a few. Shot a couple in my day. My guy. I'm actually pretty good with them. The 50 Cent Super Bowl advert was pure jokes. I didn't even see that one. I didn't. They're typically funny as hell, but I didn't see too many of them this year. I was anxious and waiting on the Bad Bunny performance. Big up the LFC monster. Manners and respect. Waffle Don said, did you hear about Tony Yayo and Ja Rule on the same plane? Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, brother, you men are too old for this. You men are too old to be getting placed on the no-fly list over some beef. That is crazy. Them men are like damn near 50 years old, you know. Odegaard came off the bench and we stopped scoring. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. We conceded in that game? Yeah, we did concede. We conceded 2 goals. Yeah, we conceded 1 goal all tournament, right? And then he came on and we conceded. Abder say, hope I'm proven wrong, but I think we lose the Premier League within the next 5 games. Well, the next 5 games will tell us a lot about our team. Now, previously, there have been previous stretches of games this season when I said the next 5 games will tell us a lot. And they told us something, but that wasn't the business end of the season. That wasn't pressure end of the season. All right, right now in basketball and in football, it is the business end of the season, right? All-Star break is done. Teams are jockeying for playoff spots. All right, we're past the halfway point. FA Cup is in full motion, and we have 12 Premier League games left. So out the next 15 games, Abder, if we do not get a minimum of 13 points, I think we're in deep shit. We need 13 minimum from the next 15. Because I think Man City are going to get 12 to 13 of the next 15 points. So we must. We were in free flow before he touched grass with Kai. I injured Kai at that. Because now we can safely say we knew Kai wasn't fit. How do we know that? Because he got injured again. He was never fit. So a half-fit Havertz, who's a failed midfielder by any stretch, Most people admit that. Even us. Even Arteta will tell you, yeah, we tried. We tried him in the midfield and it didn't work. And he comes back into the midfield and play better than send Odegaard to Trinidad. Send him to Carnival. Yep. Send him down to Carnival. Make him wind up on a fat Trini pum pum. Might change his life, you know? Give him some roti. Some pilau. Said Charu got run off the plane. And I'm like, that man be like, yo, brother, you too old for this. No one is getting me out my first class seat. E-Ross just straight shitting on Odegaard, you know. Odegaard. That was a nice little chip pass over the top for Jesus' goal. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why they gave him man of the match. I'm giving it to Eze. I think Eze assists were a class. But them men were playing a high line with no pressure on the ball. You know what I mean? That was criminal. Get the likes up, people. What's the like? Hold on. Yeah, people, you have to hit the likes. You know you are in the presence of E. Ross, people. 37 locked in. The presence of E. Ross. It's going to cost you a like. Maybe even a subscription. Arteta has protected Odegaard from criticism for years, bro. He has. I agree. Zubi, not good enough. Madness. I think Zubi is going through his adjustment period. Zubi is adjusting to the Premier League. Now, depending on who you ask, some people think he's adjusting better than others, but Zubi gets a full year from me. You know, a new league. Some guys are going to come to this league and they're going to hit the ground running. Some guys are going to struggle at the minute. You know, Rodri didn't hit this league ground running. Rodri was eased in. Went on to win a Ballon d'Or. So we'll take our time. We'll give Zubi the benefit of the doubt. This is his first year in the Premier League. He has scored important goals for us. He has played well at times, but cost us against Man United. Cost us against Tottenham, or it cost us a goal. Didn't cost us the 3 points. But I think he single-handedly cost us that United game with that assist for Mbuemo. You can ride that train alone. And AJ says Quentin Timber is better than Zubimendi, Norgard, and Odegaard, of course. Funny thing is, most people actually agree with me on Zubi. I'll make my decision on Zubi next year. You know, like next year, you can't struggle. Next year, you know, you've had it'll take some guys 5-10 games to adjust to a league. It'll take others a half a season. But most guys, after a full season, going into the next season, you will know if they're built for the league or not. Can't read this out. YouTube, I flagged the video, but we're gonna see what the same way we're putting the give us Norwich, give us Ipswich, give us Macclesfield or the other shit team that's left in the FA Cup. Same way we're putting that energy in the air, we're gonna put this Odegaard energy, this Odegaard to United energy in the air. Because I swear, we were under Bruce Banana and we were just fucking about back in the summer when Shane Goodner say, hey, look, knowing us, we'll probably go sign Madueke or something like that. And he was joking at the time, dead ass. This was weeks before the Madueke links. Shane is a legend in the spaces, but he ain't no ITK. And he was just joking. And after that, I jokingly tell him that, brother, I'm blaming you for putting this Madueke news in the atmosphere. Because a month later, he was an Arsenal player. It is this week. So I think we can get Dortmund, Atalanta, Leverkusen, and another side. Not nobody we shouldn't be favored against. You get the winners of Atletico game or the winners of the Juventus game. Yeah, I'd love to see Simeone come down there and stink out another 1-0 down in Anfield. You know? I'm actually worried we just trade Odegaard for Bruno because that seems like something both clubs would actually do. Who said I don't know if it was Martin Keown or Paul Merson was raving about Bruno, you know, in the studio. He likes Bruno, you know. He was saying it publicly, you know. Yeah, we need some easy E and some ruthless records up in here. You know, I gotta find a way to get my mixer closer here so I can actually have it play music while I'm streaming. If I don't have it preloaded, I can't play it. Big up to True Gooner, man. Big up to Josh. Josh probably dipped out by now, but big him up. Legend of a guy. We have had other non-playing captains, Merseyside, for instance. And that's the thing, yeah. Man City did that because they had Fernandinho when he was on the last leg as a non-playing captain. But difference is, all them men have a body of work that everyone in the squad could respect. A body of work that was backed up by performances and backed up by trophies. Odegaard ain't got neither of them, bruv. You know, he can lead collected his body. So the jury's out and everyone's making their feelings clear on Martin. Saka getting let's see, the captain's band if Arteta is in the job. I don't know why he's refusing it to give it to Declan. Maybe it's the Tony Adams pettiness. Maybe he's being petty because Tony said Declan is your captain. Anyone that's played in the 10 has been better than Odegaard is ridiculous. Saka, Havertz, Eze, and Ethan can all do better in that position. Yeah, man. And shit, you can throw Max. Go ahead and throw Max Darwin in there. Man, even remember we went to Anfield when he played Marino. Marino was meant to be the 10 in that game. Here's the rub with Pillow Fit. Why is it taking so many years for some of the fan base to realize Odegaard ain't it when folks have been rightfully saying like Tony Adams for time? The same way it's going to take them. They typically wait until the entire house is on fire before they ring the alarm. Right? They see the kitchen's ablaze and just ignore it or think it's going to out itself. And that shit spreads. And, you know, you can see a fuck up coming from a mile away if you're experienced, you know. I know in my line of work, whenever those damn dumb lieutenants graduate West Point and think they know every damn thing, and they come to the field, they come to the unit and think they know everything, and we let them fall on their face. And then the smart ones humble themselves and come ask Chief and come ask First Sergeant, Sergeant Major what the hell to do. We tell them. But this is true, Doc. That is true. He's fast. I don't know about good, but he is fast. Blistering. Putting on baby over before you come on the pitch is mad. Joins system was built around Odegaard and the system is dead. Leagues change, and he's a single point of failure now. I think teams rub their hands when they see him. Like, all right, we can get something today, fellas. You know? And then he'll hit it with the dead clock performance. About the dead clock performance, you know what I'm talking about, right? The dead clock is right twice a day. So the Olympiacos game, he'll come on and play well. And then, you know, SB will cream his pants because SB loves Odegaard. He was just like, yo, you see that performance today? But like, okay, good. We see it. Make sure you took a picture or a mental note because it's going to take us another 10 games before we see a performance like that. Dead clock performances. Even Kai gives us some dead clock performances, but Odie's been so bad that people are willing to accept Kai as a midfielder now. Deep that shit. That you've been so bad that people are willing to try a failed experiment again over you. That is mad. To Arsenal, it's like like a social club. We binned off ESR for Odegaard and the 10. Now that don't even seem like it's an upgrade now. Still, we need our system to be free and more attacking. Odegaard doesn't allow us to play like that. So Figs, yesterday I went on a rant, right? And I was like, I made a distinction between Mikel Arteta's want for control versus Eze's need for freedom of expression. So if we just take Eze away and we says, you know, and it can apply to Odegaard as well, but the manager's want for control will supersede anybody in our system that wants to be free and expressive. So brace ourselves, put on your seatbelt, lean forward, brace for impact to see some of the stinkiest football you're going to see over these next 12 games. And if we win the league title that way, shit, I'll be happy as a pig in shit, and I will be at the parade. But then we have a serious decision to make or a serious conversation that we want to have. Now that you have won the Premier League, do we want to go into another season playing this way? Can we repeat playing this way? I don't care. We can't lose this derby. No, we can't. We can't. If he wants some of his last remaining followers to turn on him, go ahead and fuck up Sunday. Oh, please. I know Bayern are still interested in Gakpo in the summer, which will cost them a pretty penny. Really? Out of form Gakpo is going to cost them a lot. I don't know. I think Bayern can do better than Gakpo still. And if Liverpool are going to try to strong arm him, I mean, they already got Luis Diaz there on the right side, on the left side. So anyone who's going there is going to probably be a rotation piece for Diaz. We played better not playing Mikel's system. Facts. With Wigan, we scored playing centrally. Speak on it. We scored when the forwards were inside, not so wide. Odegaard needs to just be a bench player and the system change. You know, the thing is, that run that Madueke makes, he makes that every game. It's not a new thing. He does it all the time. I don't know if Odegaard doesn't see him, but he doesn't play that pass as often as he should. But it's there. There is something in the loan details that we can't recall, Ethan. That is a blunder by Berta. For an experienced director of football or a sporting director, you can't do that. That's not good. Especially if you don't trust Mikel with injuring players and shit like that. Must. That we just left ourselves out to dry here. Because we could absolutely use him. I don't think there's a recall option in the Manieri deal. That's not good. That's not good, Andrea. That's a rookie mistake I would make if I was writing the loan deal. But Berta is an experienced man, you know. Experienced man. Give me Saka in the 10. About time. So you're a fan of that. Okay. Let me see that against Wolves. Let me see. Oh, shit. Let me see that against some Premier League opposition. Oh, no. Sweet baby Jesus. Dal just, oh, Lord.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus. Dal just did his best impression of Dal/Claire. And gifted 20 memberships to the channel. Now, speaking of memberships, and appreciate Dal, love my guy. At the end of the month, I got to pull up my calendar real quick. Don't know if it's, I want to give the exact day, but the end of the month, what day? The 27th, around the 26th or the 27th of February, we will be doing our member stream. Now, if we hit 2K by then, I'll do the giveaway then. But big up to you for that, Dal. I appreciate you, my guy. Mine doesn't respect every time. LFC, AJ says you should use Cody plus 120 million pounds for Elise in the summer since Mo is off to Saudi. I've heard them been linked to Jared Bowen from West Ham. You know, and look at this guy, man. My guy, TJ. This guy, man. You know you get a round of applause too, my guy. What are we doing? Big you up, man. Looking forward to sharing a screen with you soon, my G. But that actually concerns me. That why would Berta do that? Not put a recall, because that would. I think DX Gunner has said it that Ethan is being pushed out the back door slowly. If there is no recall, because typically the loaning club or the Marseille wouldn't be against a recall, because then they get their money back. If they pay the loan fee and you have to recall, then you pay the penalty. So that wouldn't have been a deal breaker for Marseille. That actually concerns me. Because yesterday we wouldn't have to play Bukayo Saka in the 10. We had a 10. Left-footed. I don't know. Mr. Cousteau said, I believe in Odegaard. I just need him to learn from Bernardo Silva a little. Get that rat in him. He's too nice. No more rom-coms. If you put Odegaard in the 8 and make him run around while there's another 8 on the pitch, I think he can be useful. But if he is the only creative person on the pitch, bro, I just don't think he is. If he ain't got that dog in him now, he never will. I just got a dark. I just got a tiny little bite. Roof, roof. You know, he's had a... he barks like a bulldog, but bite like a puppy. Would Odegaard even shit the free kick he scored by Santi in the FA Cup? Oh, no chance. No chance. He hasn't given us any big moments, really. I mean, most of our big moments in the Cups have come from Declan. Everybody but him. Last big moment I think he had for us in the Cup was the assist that he gave to Trossard against Porto. That was 2.5 seasons ago. Odegaard playing like line breakers is funny. You know, I think man just knows that, you know, I'm not going to get too many playing opportunities, so shit, you know, might as well give it a chance, give it a go. Give it a big up to Mr. Pads. Glad you're telling me, my G. You assembled joining us. I don't know how concerned you men are about the injuries, but I feel some type of way about our defensive injuries. Our center backs have more through ball attempts than Odegaard. That is true. Yo, man is in Trinidad. Okay. Big up, man. Yeah, we're going to send Odegaard down there to get some pilau and some roti and a big body Trinidad. Might even send him to the Tobago side. Big up to Gary. What you telling me? Yeah. There it is, boy. 10. Yeah. Big body Trinidad. Change him life. Yeah, man. Turn him over. You better spoke today, you know. God damn, Dal. Look at Dal, man. A super chat from Dal. Say, if we had any nuts on the table, put your nuts on the damn table, like Kenny Ken says. Would have closed the Yiddish deal the first week of Jan, then push Newcastle to get Tonali towards the window and Berta, do more. You know, I got frustrated with Berta in the transfer window, Dal, when things were moving slow. And I was like, you know, I think Berta needs to do more. He needs to do more. Now, if he didn't put a recall clause in Ethan's contract, you know, I'm not a fan of that. But he did get us Gyökeres, he did get us Eze, he did get us Mosquera. He did get rid of Kivior. Didn't expect him to do much in the January window with some of the shit contracts that we have. You know, but he definitely needs to do more. I agree with you there. Send his ass back to Norway. Yeah, and as we get closer to the World Cup, if he is playing, should he come back into the fold, you know, those performances might get even more timid because now he's going to be playing not to get injured because he never knows that Norway might never make it back to another World Cup for a minute. You know, it's bad. Some thick island gal would break Philip in two. Yeah. Now, them island girls know how to take it easy, man. They know how to take it easy to lure him in. They'll break him off once they got him secured, but, you know, them island gals are no joke. Yeah, we know Dwight Yorkers from Trinidad, man. Big up, man. I think Zubi only has 1 assist in the Prem. I mean, when you're playing the 6, I don't expect those. I remember fucking Conte went through an entire season and had 1 assist. I don't expect those from him. But I think he has like 4 goals or something. Now, we didn't bring Zubi here to score goals or assists. So he could. I just need him not to do suicide back passes. Yeah, he does have 1 assist. 1 assist and 5 goals. You know. I mean, if we change those to 5 goals, 5 assists and 1 goal would make a difference. I actually prefer the 5 goals. I'm trying to remember which one was that. Because, you know, I remember in the Champions League, he got an assist for that 2-yard pass that he gave to Nani, and then Nani ran 30 yards and slapped it in the top corner. You know. John said, damn, you men are on Odegaard. He's a good bench player. He should be our bench minimum. I want to see him play in the left 8, like an extended period of time in the left 8 on the pitch with an actual 10. That means Zubimendi or Declan Rice is sitting. I don't want both of them on the pitch with Odegaard, because then you have to force him to create. No. BBK for that Trini reference. Might go, why and a fat pussy? Yeah, he needs that, man. He needs some culture. Maybe he'll understand his teammates better. You know what I mean? Because, like in the army and shit, man, we have soldiers from all over the place. Like when I joined the army, when I went to boot camp, bro, there were people there that I was the first black person they were seeing in their entire life, because they come from like the backwoods of Mississippi and North Carolina and shit, where they're like 100 people. They got one stop sign and they all go to the same school. And then they start to hang out with us when we start going out, and then they become cultured, and we get close, and then we understand each other better. You know what I mean? It said they'll be registered with the dog. Win will get a medal. This club, we win a trophy this year. You're gonna see them put a medal on Win. Said Win the dog. I'm trying to get back to the RSPCA. Now pit size, I'm over this nightmare. It's fucking names, it's crazy. Monaco UCL upset. They're in the playoff? Let me see what these knockout games are looking like, fixtures. So next week. It's next week. Actually, no, it is tomorrow. Gala, Juventus, Madrid, Benfica, Dortmund, Atalanta, PSG, Monaco. That's the upset you're talking about. I'm here for it. I'm here for the champs getting knocked out. I'm here for that one. I don't think that's a bad shot up there. Like I said, in Shades, 4 games Indian League, I got offered assistant manager for the state team and a player option. Even though I said no, I have done more than Odegaard ever. Suge is the #1 Odegaard hater. New captain armband. Yeah, we have a problem. All isn't well at the club. And it's even more important that we win now, because if we don't win, all these cracks will get busted wide open. Do you really believe United want Odegaard? Who would he replace? You know what? In this modern day football, you can't put anything past any club. And here's why I say that, right? You see Chelsea sell us Madueke, but then go sign Garnacho. And everyone with a football brain is like, bro, how much sense does that make? Or if you see Aston Villa will sell Duran, that's a PSR thing. Okay, we get that. But then they have Marlon, they loan him out and they recall Bailey. Like, what's going on? So Garnacho for Madueke, I don't know if that's a upgrade for whose side. This could be the same thing. Bruno for Odegaard. Who's that an upgrade? It's just taking a risk to see if this player suits the system better than this player. So it could happen. I'm not a fan of that. You know what I mean? Because the way Bruno is the exact opposite of Odegaard. Odegaard makes safe passes and look busy. Bruno is a risk taker. Sometimes bro don't even look when he hoofs a pass. He just hoofs it out in space and hopes someone runs onto it. And he will probably suit Gyökeres better than Odegaard, because at least we know he would play the ball. I would rather have a crippled ESR at the club. At least I know he will die before letting someone score with him as the last defender. Yeah, he wouldn't get bodied and bullied the way Odegaard does. Yeah, I hear that Rouse, as long as Mikel is at the helm, I doubt that he has the guts to demote the guy he chose, but I hear it. He's never doing it. And the thing is, he's had opportunities to do it. Odegaard has had multiple spells on the sideline since last year. when he got hurt on international duty and Declan was in there. And Declan was doing bits. You're out of the team. Declan has the armband. Okay, Declan, you just keep the armband. You can be the captain when Declan is not on the pitch. So he has had opportunities to do it. He just hasn't. He just hasn't. Honestly, show we're a big club and trade Odegaard for money and Morgan Rogers. If Odegaard's market value is what, 60 million? I'm pretty sure that Morgan Rogers' valuation is like north of 80. You know? Could be a good deal. Run me Morgan Rogers. He's at least down the player Odegaard is. I'll be so frank. He's worth 200 M's. Buy at all costs. Yeah, man, rate him highly, yeah? Why are people saying if Arteta wins the League Cup and the Prem this year, he would actually attack like the 22 season? I smell bullshit. One of the things, AJ, why I was so annoyed that we wasted some of these opportunities presented to us, namely Man United at home, Forest away, Liverpool at home, and Brentford away. The reason I was so upset that we wasted these opportunities because I wanted us to put so much daylight between us and City that we could actually win the league with a couple of games to go. Right? Now, in the event, say we win the league match week 35, right? Match week 34. So we have match week 35, 36, 37, 38. We have 4 games. The league is 1, people. Imagine the league being 1, and we still play the same shit we're playing now. Then we will have our answer. We will say, Mikhail, it's not that you don't want to play better football. It's because you can't. You don't know how to. Because if you already have the League One, why the hell is there a handbrake when you have the trophy? And then the board could make a decision, be like, yeah, because we've seen you wrap up the league in match week 34 and still played shit football. Now, if they want to accept that going into the next year, fine. But it has to win. You know? Big up to Ozzy. We play the best football, playing attacking football. In the rare event that we do. When we do. Memberships. Brr, man. Dal doing Dal things. Behind on the chat, but you know I don't care. We'll not skip y'all. Remember what Blunderman does with anyone with Emery's players. Only Saliba and Martinelli are left. He'll do the same to Morgan. Saka as well. Saka is the exception because he loves Saka. He loves Starboy. Gakpo on a new contract. We already had around 80 million euro price tag on him last summer. So this summer will be similar if Bayern are interested. When Gakpo should be like, what, 2 years left on his deal? Maybe he was just a genius play by Berta to protect. Hey, mind blown. Yeah, see, I'm out here playing checkers and Bertha's playing chess. Yeah, I like that. Because I do worry about it, right? I do worry that Ethan goes to develop and then comes back to the hooks and the claws of our system. Could be mad one. I've said on the loan deals before, if Ethan was exchanged, there was a no recall option. Some recall options might only be activatable in the transfer window. Fair shout. Fair shout. I think Berta knows Ethan is the crown jewel after seeing Diamond go down to injury under Arteta. Wanted to protect him from further hedge bets, and Arteta is getting sacked in the summer. Yeah. I can appreciate a world where we stink house the Premier League, Ethan develops and comes back to us a top player, already being a top player, and then gets to express himself. Yeah, I'm with that. I also think that if a future fee, optional or mandatory, has been agreed that the loan can't be canceled. I might be wrong on the optional fee. Yeah, that was out here cooking. Okay, man, big up to Dal. Just trying to catch up on the chat, people. Big up, man. The Assembly said, do you think Blunderman actually rates Ethan because the opportunities would have been given giving him a chance, almost like he knew the injuries was coming. He started to make us believe that he trusts Ethan or rate Ethan. And here's why I say that, the assembled. If you remember the first two games at home at the Emirates, Forrest and Lees, when Odegaard got injured in both those games, he didn't bring on Merino or Eze. He went straight to Ethan. So I was like, oh shit, Mikel trusts Ethan. He's actually playing him in a Premier League game. And the game, even everyone who watched those games said the game went up a level when Ethan came on because he wasn't doing the slow, safe shit. He was going forward with the ball. And we won those games 3-0 and 5-0. Cool. And to the point where I started to joke about it. And I said, the only way, the conditions must be set for Ethan to play. Odegaard must be injured. And we must be at home. Or it's a cup game. So he started to make us believe that he rated him. But then just proceeded not to play him. So much so to loan him out. It's mad. Yildiz signed a new contract. He ain't leaving that Juve project where he's guaranteed game time. Move on. The thing with Yildiz for me, I've asked Waffle because Waffle Don is one of the biggest fans of Yildiz. And Dallas as well. But I'm asking the question, like, do we apply Serie A tax? Do we apply Serie? Like, we've seen plenty of people. Lukaku, McTominay. Leave the Premier League and go over there and bang. So I don't know, man. Not saying it is or isn't. I'm asking, what do we think about the Serie A tax? I think Arteta thinks 1 year is too short. Can't really do this. It's nonsense. Definitely nonsense. Just to win duel, you know. Keep the ball on the ground then, Mikel. Keep the ball on the ground where he is best. Nah. Odegaard backs out of him. Backs out of all those duels. You know what I mean? He ain't. You think man is trying to get hurt during a World Cup year, bro? You know what I mean? Real loaned Odegaard to Hervenhaven 1 year. But I guess he didn't impress over there to get loaned out to a different Dutch team the season after. Then he came back and went to Sociedad afterwards. Pep made moves in Jan that could be title winners for them. We did fuck all. Bollocks. Yeah. Our lack of movement in January was expected for me, so I didn't get too upset about it. He's not creative. He's going to break his back to defend our team. He's not intelligent on the pitch that he can control a game tactically. Big up to Darren, the general. So we got the general, we got the boss, and the big bro in the chat at the same time. Big up to Ozzy, man. It's a village boy. Collecting medals from the women team in that. I had the Champions League playoffs up here. And tomorrow, it's Carrier Bag Newcastle. No, that's Wednesday. Carrier Bag Newcastle, Bodo Glimt, Inter, Club Brugge, Atletico, Olympiacos, Leverkusen. But yeah, tomorrow has two of the last two defending champions of the Champions League, bro. PSG and Real Madrid, Benfica, Borussia Dortmund, and Atlanta. Even Juve are in the playoff. So we get a chance to check out Yildiz tomorrow. If we fail this season, Odegaard is having a whole fan base crashing on his head top. And then, he could be scapegoated. Because I think the manager has more to do with us fucking off the league, should we, than the captain. Because he was injured and we were still winning games. Or we dropped points away at Southampton. At Sunderland. I didn't put that down to Odegaard. Odegaard was injured. Arteta cost us those points. You know what I mean? So is Arteta bad mind enough? Is he that much of an art that he would throw his own captain under the bus to save face? I think the answer is yes. I think he would. We spent the Rodrigo money on Nani. And part of that is Rodrigo willing to ride out the bench. And the thing is, he was waiting for Xabi Alonso to get fired so he could get playing time. Xabi Alonso got fired, and bro is still not getting playing time. Damsgaard is miles ahead of Odegaard. And we could send them all to Brentford. They could have all the guards. Odegaard, Norgard, Odegaard. Dainty Norwegian. Test PSG, get Vitina in. You must press some of these clubs like roadmen to get who you need. At least ask the question, innit? Because there is going to be some fallout whenever Enrique leaves. I think a lot of those players will want to take on a new challenge. You know what I mean? Bruno is so average. Hollywood pass. PL Merchant doesn't even start for his national team. Keep him away from my club at all costs. That I said earlier in the stream, Odegaard plus 130 for Vitinha now. We're going straight past the Prem Proven tax, yeah? Because Morgan Rogers, Prem Proven meets the Prem Proven, checks the English quota box. Think he'd be a better bet. 35 likes. Bosh. Well, I said I've been on this case for hooping everything, but part of it was due to no one around him was able to create anything. I mean, Rashford used to love the hoofing. Rashford used to love to chase those balls over the top. It's just he hoofed those balls over the top, and then he finds Garnacho, and then it's a goal kick for the other team. I'm ready to have Fabregas come out of retirement and just stand in the center circle spraying passes. We need that, right? We need that. Oh, shit, fucking Norgard was doing that. Man was spraying passes. Like, Odegaard, this is what you're supposed to do when you're on the pitch, bro. Like, you're the better player versus the Premier League opposition. This is what playing in the midfield should look like. Spraying passes. I hear that. Trade Odegaard for Sobozo. Now, double points, double pivot the other day was having a go, and he was like, Sobozla has been better than Declan this year. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I have to go look up their numbers. Their numbers are identical. But, Sobozla's 2 set-piece goals have elevated his play this season. But I'm still taking Deckers. Fabio never got a chance. No option to buy for Ethan. Ethan has to be an Arsenal player, bro. We can't mortgage the future of our football club just because the manager don't know how to incorporate him into the team. I'm not hearing that. Lukaku has a better goal per games played in the Prem than with Napoli. Yeah, but what was his end of season total, though? Because I know he hit 20. He left United and went to Inter, scored 20-something goals, and they won the league. How many goals did he finish the season with, and what was the end result? Because the fact that his goals per game ratio wasn't the fact that he went to Inter, won the league, and scored those many goals is the reason why they could sell him to Chelsea for $100 million. Then he came to Chelsea, flopped, and they went right back to the Serie A and banged again. It's highlights for you tomorrow, yeah. Now, there's football being played today because it's a holiday. Like I said, it's President's Day in the United States, but man, it's hard sitting and not being able to go out there, man. I can't take any contact on the knee right now, so I just have to sit them out. I just missed a comment from Boy 10. I said, there is no way Ethan is being sold. That's our future. I don't care if the manager doesn't like him. The manager likes Odegaard. Give a fuck what the manager likes. So this is the thing. If we let Mikhail ruin the future of our football club and not win, then we will know that he has more power than we initially thought. If he's allowed to do shit like that, you know what I mean? Can't be bothered, man. I just think he's done enough. Yeah. The Tonali rumors are heating up. The Odegaard away rumors are heating up. I'm concerned about the injuries. And Ethan is apparently, Ethan is going to stay for the entire summer. There will be no recall. But we transition to Wolves. And that question that AJ asked me has stuck in my head that Am I nervous against Wolves? Because I would be lying if I said I am not. I am worried about Wolves. Crazy enough to say. I am. Wolverhampton, one of the worst Premier League teams that we've ever seen. We go to their gaff on Wednesday, and yeah, feel like it could be a potential banana skin because the club has demonstrated that it to be so. I expected us to beat Forest away, Brentford away, Liverpool at home, United at home. And then, all of a sudden 6 points turns into 4 and we're not really banging the way we're banging. But what can we do? There's some FA Cup action today. And what other action there is today in football? What's Sunday? Macclesfield, who knocked out Palace, are playing Brentford. Girona and Barcelona play today in La Liga. Yeah, might check that out. We'll see how it goes. So can we get to 40 likes before we run up out of here, people? Big you up every single time. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for engaging in the conversation. Keep me going. Honors and respect every single time. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.
I'm on that good cushion alcohol. Make this here with all the ice on in the boat. She fill my mind up with ideas. I'm the highest in the room. Jumping, them boys up to something. They just spend like 2 or 3 weeks out the country.
I'm getting so cold. I ain't with this all since I was 18.
We them boys. We them boys. Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so thirsty. Lamborghini Mercy. Lamborghini Mercy. Jesus, the notorious just. Please us with your lyrical thesis.